Hey folks, it's Dan from DisneyInfinityCodes.com, and I'm here inside the toy box of Disney Infinity 3.0, checking out the Skydomes and terrains from the new 3.0 Disney Infinity, and I am currently on Hoth. This is the Echo Base Skydome and texture, as well as all of the Hoth Echo Base terrain fantasy kind of pieces that you can transform using the texture theme. So I thought we would kind of take a look and run around and get a good look at everything. So the surprise, Echo Base textures is nothing more than just a bunch of snowy ground and snowy walls. There's not a lot of really fancy stuff going on inside the Echo Base. It's just snow on snow on snow, which is fine, for the Echo Base is exactly what you would want. You don't think you'd want anything different, right? If we come over here to the Racetrack piece, you can see that it did not get changed when I was retheming that. Oh my goodness, come on. Texture. So let's move this over to the Echo Base. And so here is the awesome Echo Base Racetrack, which I think is really, really cool. A nice little pattern kind of metal sheet, which looks pretty rad, I think. Gotta dig that. And so let's go look at all the fantasy terrain pieces that get transformed when you're inside the toy box using the Echo Base theme. So here's the fantasy terrain piece number 1. No, I lied. No, I did not lie. Nope, I certainly did. That is Fantasy Terrain Corner number 2. Or number 1. Over here, sorry, it's hard to keep them all straight because everything kind of turns white with this one. And so all my little markers have disappeared. Alright, awesome. So here is Fantasy Terrain piece number 1. And this is very cool. Nice little ice cave thing going on that you've got here. You can jump up on top of it, which I think is kind of cool. And so you've got a nice couple little platforms here, and you have this cool little tunnel here with some Echo Base hardware in it, which I think is kind of cool. A nice little touch. Moving over to Echo Base terrain piece number 2, get this really awesome little snowy tower, which is another fun little piece. These are really great for if you want to do some kind of awesome outdoor Echo Base kind of toy box build. This cool tower, it would be pretty rad to use. Jumping over now to terrain piece number 3. Not all of them are as big and dramatic as, like that one for say. This one, for instance, is a turret that has not been deployed. Oh, sorry, that's not a turret that's not been deployed. That's an AT-AT footprint. That would make a lot more sense. A turret that's not been deployed. Ugh, it's been a long week. So you got a really cool AT-AT footprint. I was sitting here thinking, I was like, what in the heck is that? That's definitely got to be like one of those satellite dish shooting gun things, but it's not. That's definitely an AT-AT footprint. That's really rad. I like that a lot. All right, let's come over here and check out Fantasy Terrain piece number 4. Oh, here's that turret thing I was talking about. So Fantasy Terrain piece number 4 is this really awesome, that sonar weapon. Look at Fantasy Terrain piece number 5, the last of the fantasy terrains before we get into the specialty ones. And you've just got a nice little icy rock, because why not just round out all of the awesome Fantasy Terrain pieces with a nice little snowy icy rock? I'm for it. Works for me, I suppose. So let's go look at the Fantasy Terrain strips now. So there's Fantasy Terrain strip 1 and 2. And so this is pretty cool. You got another kind of snowy, icy, little bit of a kind of cave thing going on there with that. That's kind of awesome. Of course, you can use these inside if if you're building some kind of indoor, using all the textures, the side texture walls and floors to build some kind of cave. These would be really nice touches for doing that. And let's take a peek at the fantasy strip number 2. Oh, yep, I'm flying the right way. Man, it's disorienting, all this white. Which is another cool rock outcropping with another little passageway through it. You can also, I guess, ideally use these set pieces to build yourself a nice little Winter Wonderland toy box, because why not? So there is strip number 2. Then we'll come over here to Fantasy Corner number 1. And this is where they get kind of cool. I like Fantasy Corner number 1. Because it's got a nice little crash snow speeder in it that is smoldering and smoking. Kind of dig that a lot. I think that's pretty cool. That's a cool little set piece. And then finally, Fantasy Terrain Corner number 2. And some more little Echo Base machinery, which is pretty rad. Gotta like that. So before we go, let's take a look at the Skydome for Echo Base. And, you know, brace yourselves for seeing a lot of snow and snow and snow. But what I do like about this Skydome is you get a nice view of the shield generators, which I think is a nice touch for the landscape. But if you wanted to, with some creative toy box building, you could ideally hide those shield generators and use this as some kind of Winter Wonderland type of setup. So it's a little dual purpose. You can have a cool Star Wars Echo Base battle. There you go. There are the shield generators. Or you can have a kind of snowy land of fun. It's up to you. Possibilities are infinite because, you know, this is Disney Infinity. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Visit us at DisneyInfinityCodes.com for all your Power Disc needs. And thanks for watching. You're the best.